Hey, this is Coast Chall. Welcome to another Coast of Chall Halloween update. Now, this is from an event that's been planned for this year. Now, it's not confirmed. This is not confirmed. I don't know whether I'm doing York Maze Hallow Scream or Twinlakes Xtreme Scream Park or both. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to try and get both done. But we're going to look at one of the two events that have been planned. Of course, I'll do a video in a few months' time from York Maze Hallow Scream and what I think they could add or change to their event for 2019 based on my own experiences. And of course, during Halloween, I'll bring you another Coast to Chall top 5 video, which is my top 5 scare mazes and scare zones. I'll probably do a separate list, but I haven't done as many scare zones, so it probably won't count. But get tuned for that video around October time. But let's jump into this one then. So this is like a similar video when I said about what could Thorpe Park change for Fright Nights 2019. It's going to fall under the same pattern as this. So I'm going to go sort of along the 2018 lineup. Of course, one maze, well, potentially just one maze or more, but one definite maze I won't be doing if I do Xtreme Scream Park in Melton Mowbray this year. Is of course Curtain Chaos, the final curtain, which is the circus themed maze. So I'm going to get on to a possible replacement in the future, towards the end of the video. But we're going to get on with the mazes that are already there from 2018 and so far haven't been confirmed to leave the park. So we're going to start from the top then. Ash Hill Penitentiary. So again, with these, I'm just going to give you a little description if you don't know about the mazes. So in 1609, a prison was built like no other. It was specifically designed to house and rehabilitate the criminally insane, in particular inmates with cannibal tendencies. By 1610, cannibalism had become acceptable human behaviour inside Ash Hill Penitentiary. Victims were bought from flesh markets and secretly smuggled in to feed the primitive inmates. The disposal of bones was a problem. The flesh-eating Duke began extending his empire, burying the butchered human bones in the walls. So this is following on the cannibalism-themed maze. I've seen some good reviews from this, so it gets me excited already if this is coming back for 2019, and if I'm going down to Melton Mowbray to vlog the Xtreme Scream Park. I mean, this is one of the best scare attractions in the UK. According to the awards. I mean, York Maze Hallow Scream was one of the best in the UK as well. So if I'm doing those two events, if I'm doing both of them, plus Alton Towers Scarefest, which I've been putting off for a while, if I manage to get all three done, that'll be a miracle. But I think it's either going to be one or the other, or it'll be both, of Twinlakes and York Maze Hallow Scream. So moving on then to this maze called Hoodoo Voodoo. Now I believe this was debuted in 2017. I think it's been around for a couple of years now. So let's get on about this then. So the Voodooists have advertised an event to the public promoting cleansing, enrichment and purity of the mind to those attending their ritual. Since attending the rituals, few have been seen, with those managing to escape Hoodoo Voodoo being left in pits of despair, broken, tormented and suffering. It's also been rumoured that the Voodooists have been falsely luring innocents into the attraction and using their souls as a sacrifice and offering to the gods. These sacrifices have throughout history pleased the gods, preventing disaster and devastation to the Voodoo tribes. Your visit to Hoodoo Voodoo is also your sacrifice, where you risk soul extraction, your emotions abolished, and eternal emptiness. So that's a very tribal. It gives me Vulcan Peak vibes, and of course, you've seen what I've seen from the reviews of Vulcan Peak at Fright Nights, and it was awful. So I haven't deliberately looked into the layout of these mazes, just because I want to keep it a surprise, just in case I do go this year. But from the sounds of it, it could be either one or two ways. Correct me if I'm wrong. So remember, I haven't done my research on the mazes. I've just looked into like a description behind the mazes. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it's either just a normal maze walk through where it's like a hands on shoulders, I think, or I think it could be a bag on your head maze. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong if it's one or the other. It probably is a free flow maze, but just correct me if I'm wrong. Moving on then to Stilton Hall Hotel and Hell Spa. Melton Mowbray's finest country mansion opens its doors to unveil the secrets of the most desirable form, the human body. Now escape and feel the pleasure. We will transform you, beauty or beast. Prepare you to experience relaxation beyond your worst nightmares. We will take you and make you beautiful with memorable treatments to die for. Designed uniquely for every individual. Change is perfection, perfection is change. Beauty is in the eye of the master. He will redesign you, transform you. There is nothing more pleasurable than pain. Beautiful, sweet pain. We are all beautiful, your body is ours. What is your desire? So that's a very seductive and seductive maze. That's like a creepy version of a hotel advertisement from the description. But I'm kind of guessing that's a free flow maze as well. I mean, Hoodoo Voodoo I did predict was a hands on shoulder style maze or a bag on your head maze. Tesco 5p bag, there you go. So one or the other, I think, or it could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong with Stilton Hotel and Hell Spa. That could be. I think from the sounds of it, it sounds free throw. Same with Ashhill Planetary, like I said before about that one. That most of them sound like free flow mazes, which should be quite interesting. So the Pie Factory now. Melton Mowbray's Pie Factory locally sources the best prime cuts of meat to produce 100% man-made pies. Step inside the doors and make your way through the 2,000 square foot complex to discover the gruesome process that goes into making these world famous pies. Duck, dodge and squeeze away around 15 uniquely themed zones as you're heard through Melton Mowbray's very own production line, going behind the scenes and finding out firsthand what goes into Melton Mowbray's finest. Mrs. Mama Hogg, though, has been changing the ingredients in the pies recently, is now making humans into pies. Do you dare and come to the Pie Factory and see how they're made? Be careful though, you might be next. So that sounds a little bit similar to a maze that I personally have already done, which was at York Maze Hallow Scream. It was a maze that I already did. It's just when I was reading that description of the Pie Factory, the theme sounded similar to an attraction that I did. If you're wondering which one I'm going on about, it's the Flesh Pot. That's in my top 3 mazes because that was brilliant. Walking through I was having to it was literally pitch black in one of the scenes, and I was having to try and push like strips of meat out the way and plastic blinds and stuff like that, and it was very odd. So yeah, the description felt a bit more like a Flesh Pot kind of thing. I don't know if it's kind of the same as Flesh Pot. Those of you who have done Flesh Pot and the Pie Factory at both events, please comment down below if I'm on the right track, if I relate it too close to Flesh Pot or not. Of course, whichever event I go to, one or the other or both, and maybe Alton Towers Scarefest as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Alton Towers Scarefest as well. Whichever events I go to this Halloween, I'll bring you a vlog. I'll do a review of the mazes. I'll do separate reviews of the mazes. I'll be taking some notes down when I get out of the mazes and doing a short snippet review in the vlog. Doing a full review of the mazes as part of the reviews and vlogs playlist along with the vlog separately. So you get the full taste of what I experienced in the mazes and the event. So moving on to this maze then. Now this was voted 2017 Best Halloween Attraction Scare Award winner. And this is for a separate attraction, a separate maze. And this is the Village. Now I've heard a lot of good stuff from the Village. A lot of good stuff. Whether this comes back this year, I'm not too sure. So this is the description then for the Village, for those of you who don't know. So during the year of 1974 throughout the land, there has been an increase in farmland pests threatening the crops. In order to sustain the human race, an agency-backed Professor Crow, granting him large sums of money to create genetically modified scarecrows to effectively deal with the problem. These scarecrows were to be designed with the ability to scare off any unwanted visitors. The scarecrows' intelligence rapidly increased, no longer content with containment in their fields, so they turned their attention to the humans. In order to control his creations, bending them to his will to perform the merciless deeds, Professor Crow embodied the figures of the crow through his clothing, mannerisms, and actions. The perfect scarecrows will obey his command and revere him as a godlike figure, their creator. Only when dressed accordingly do the mutant scarecrows recognise Professor Crow as their master. Any resemblance to a human would be his downfall. Sacrifices will be made to appease the god. Customers entering this attraction or attending the village harvest festival bring with them their offering. However, once inside, they will witness devastation beyond their imagination. So it sounds incredible. Absolutely incredible. Those of you who have done the village at Twinlakes Xtreme Scream Park before in the last couple of years, 2017 and 2018, please comment down below if you've got a review from it, if you've experienced it, what was your favourite scene, along with the rest of the maze at Twinlakes Xtreme Scream Park and any other Halloween event. Comment down below. I replied to every single comment, so it'd be interesting though specifically to see what if you guys that did the village, if you loved the attraction or not, if it got better the season after it won the award. Was it the best in your opinion? Did you like better attractions even though it did win the award overall for best Halloween scare attraction in 2017? Again, comment down below, but from the sounds of it, it sounds incredible. It sounds like a real free flow maze, like most of the other mazes that I've sort of read out here. Hashville Penitentiary, Stilton Hotel and Spa, the Pie Factory, and Hoodoo Voodoo. Most of them sound like free flow mazes. Which is interesting. Now, this is the maze that I won't be able to do. It's one of the original attractions when the event started, and it's the final curtain for Curtain Chaos. It's Curtain Chaos, the final curtain, but it is the final curtain for Curtain Chaos, if you know what I mean. So this is the description of the maze. So roll back for one last time. One of our original attractions that is just fun and frightening from beginning to end. If you can find your way out, a one-show wonder. Clowns. This gives me Carnival of Scream vibes already at Alton Towers Scarefest. The theme of this attraction is changed every year by the twisted imaginations of Xtreme Scream design team. We hope this year you laugh your head off as Curtain Chaos faces its final curtain. Join them in the mayhem of Demolition Chaos in their final performance, Death of Curtain Chaos. Can you find your way out, or will you stay there forever? So, again, it was an original attraction, so I can see why they want to move the event forward and keep developing the event, but it is a shame to lose something that's been at the event since the beginning of the event's history, the history of Xtreme Scream Park. So it is a shame that I didn't get a chance to do Curtain Chaos, the final curtain. However, this pretty much confirms in my mind that we're going to have at least one brand new maze. I put on here possibly more replacements, because we don't know if any other mazes are set to leave the park. We don't know if they're going to be inventing 3 new mazes, 4 new mazes, possibly a whole new selection. Or they could find some space and build a brand new maze from scratch, so they can have more of a lineup, but also keep the quality up for the rest of the mazes and the new mazes as well. But I think with the removal of Curtain Chaos, the final curtain, we can expect at least one new maze. Now, my predictions for the new maze at the minute, I know this is February and we're doing a Halloween video. You're probably getting mad at the screen saying, why are you doing a Halloween video over in February 2019 when it isn't even hitting September yet? I wanted to do this prediction video early because I wanted to sort of get my predictions out there, just in case I do go and do the event over in Melton Mowbray this year. So I think if they're replacing Curtain Chaos, which is a clown-themed maze, I do think that we're expecting some kind of freak show style carnival maze. I do feel that's my first prediction, because you've got to have at least one carnival-themed maze. I know I know Alton Towers had Carnival Screams, and they translated that into the freak show scare zone for a few years, 2 or 3 years at least. It wasn't Alton Towers Scarefest this year. I would have expected to see like a carnival-style themed maze, which would have been nice. Of course, if you haven't been to Alton Towers Scarefest last year, they had Subspecies, the Endgames, Altonville Mine Tours, The Welcoming, House of Monsters, and of course Project 42. So yeah, it would have been nice to see a carnival-themed maze at Alton Towers, but I know I'm probably sticking with the first prediction that comes into my head here, but I honestly, thinking about it as well, I do feel like they'll replace it with a carnival-themed maze. I'm expecting Freak Show, I'm expecting Carnival, I'm expecting, you know, masses of stuff for this new maze. So yeah, for Twinlakes, I'm expecting at least one new scare maze. Hopefully York Maze Hallows Scream pulls something out of the bag, and they may do a brand new maze as well. Fingers crossed for that one, fingers crossed. Obviously I'll bring out a video when the details get revealed about York Maze Hallows Scream this year. Of course, York Maze fully opens for the season on July 13th, so make sure you stay tuned on the website of York Maze Hallowscream for that. And of course, when details get announced about York Maze Hallowscream, any news updates, any mazes leaving the park. I was in conversation actually this morning with Hallowscream, and they said, we'd love you, thank you for your review. Of course, if you haven't seen it, I have got a review of York Maze Hallowscream from 2018, so make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video where you get a link to the Halloween updates playlist and stuff like that. So that playlist will be linked at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The review is in that playlist, along with I believe there's another video on there as well, another Halloween video, so stay tuned for that. Of course, that was the Thought Park Fright Nights video that was in with the York Maze Hallowscream video. I've only got 2 videos on Halloween updates at the minute, but hopefully I will build up and have more throughout the years. So that's this video then from Twinlakes Xtreme Scream Park. So like I said, I'm expecting at least 1 new maze for now, replacing Curtain Chaos, the final curtain, which I didn't get a chance to do, which is such a shame. I've seen some good reviews from Curtain Chaos throughout the years, and it was a shame not to be able to do it. But of course, if I do get to the event, I am excited to see what the brand new maze is that's going to be hopefully replacing Curtain Chaos. Hopefully we'll have some more new mazes. I'm sure Twinlakes has got the space for it to create more new mazes without having to rip out another one. Maybe another brand new maze perhaps, I don't know. Of course, if you haven't been to the event, there's also 2 rides that you get included in the price. So I think it's 2 flat rides. I think, off the top of my head, I think it's a booster and a waltzer? I'm not too sure. I mean, York Maze Hallowscream had a waltzer, but, you know, the fact that Twinlakes has got a booster, one of the travelling boosters, is unbelievable. It'd be nice to, I think that one's probably GoPro filming, but hopefully, fingers crossed, pray fingers crossed, I'll be able to bring my handheld camcorder in there, get it strapped on nice and secure, and film on the booster. Hopefully, if I do get to the event this year, I'm really hoping I get out to Twinlakes, York Maze, and fingers crossed as a bonus, Alton Towers Scarefest. I'm really hoping this year's the year to do more than 2 events Halloween. So thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss any of that spooktacular content. My name is Chall. Keep living the curse life, my dudes, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.